My name is Brad Carroll with Dacna Marketing. We're a real estate, web design, and marketing firm located in Raleigh, North Carolina. I get asked a lot, what are some of the upcoming trends for technology? What's kind of the latest with what's going on with the web? And I think for 2008, you're going to see a big jump in multimedia. A lot of people are getting involved more and more with video, but one thing you want to be careful of about video is to avoid what's called hyper-targeting. When you think about some of the video distribution methods, such as putting your video on YouTube, on your website, your blog, you always want to think about your overall audience. So if you're blogging about, or if you put a video on YouTube about one specific property, the target market for that property is probably so small that you're not going to get a lot of traction. So instead, you want to think about maybe incorporating some videos of local neighborhoods, what kind of amenities those neighborhoods have, and really be able to spotlight the neighborhood. And now all of a sudden you're going to be able to reach a broader audience. There's lots of different tools for being able to produce video yourself. In the simplest form, things like iMovie, Windows Movie Maker, it comes by default on every XP and Vista machine. And that gives you the opportunity to kind of do some things, but if you're going to really spotlight a neighborhood or a specific area, then it's definitely worth it, and the amount of traction you'll be able to get to it, it's definitely worth it to go for something a little bit more professional. Look for, even if it's something as simple as go into using resources from your local college if they have a film and video side of their communications department. Solicit the help of those local students if you can't go all the way to a professional video production company. But being able to do that and then use those resources to post again on YouTube, Google Video, there's a number of different video distribution methods, and that's going to give you a lot of traction, not only for your getting those eyeballs to be able to see their video, but as well as search engine optimization and attracting more people to your website. And it's one of the key things is to always think about directing them back to your website. So at the close of your video or at the bottom third of your screen, put your website, put a call to action that says to find out more videos or to get more information on this neighborhood. Definitely, try to find some way to get them over to your website. Another upcoming trend you're going to see in technology is something that's kind of already getting some traction, is what's called RSS feeds. And essentially what RSS allows you to do, let's say every morning you get up and you're checking 4 or 5 different blogs, you're reading some articles from your local news source, you're having to visit a lot of different websites to find this information. Well, with RSS, you can have that information dynamically pulled into what's called an RSS reader. That can be a separate software on your computer. In my case, what I do is I have Google allows you to customize your homepage to pull in those RSS feeds. So now instead of me having to go out and visit 5 or 10 different websites or read 5 or 10 different blogs, I have one quick snapshot of all of the information. Now, how this applies to the real estate industry is, imagine visitors or your site visitors now, instead of having to get that information over email or they're checking various sites like Realtor.com, your own site, they can say, I want an RSS feed of any new listings that come on the market between this price range or in this particular neighborhood. And now they can quickly and easily kind of stay up to date with new listings without having to crowd their inbox or having to visit all these different resources. So it really streamlines the information that they're able to access. You could even take that a step farther. Another trend which you'll see is called mashups, which is essentially taking different pieces of information and pushing those together. So kind of taking with the RSS feeds, you can actually have an RSS feed of new properties that are coming on the market, and then mash that together with local school information or statistics about how many homes are selling in that neighborhood. So now you've got a a matchup of information where you can compare those new homes that are coming on the market, see the statistics, see the school information, see where those homes are located, all in one central form. So you're going to see a lot of the trend of taking that information, pulling it together, and I think that what's really going to separate a realtor's website is having that resource of information, having the ability to pull that information together and give that in a technology that's the easiest for the site visitor. A lot of people want to, they're trying to clean up their inbox. They're getting so much spam, so they'd rather not have daily email updates. They'd rather have another way to still access that information, but in a little bit different media. You have to always think about what's the best technology to present the information to the site visitor, and email isn't always the preferred choice because they're so quick to delete those emails if it even closely resembles spam, or even if they've requested it, if you send that information too much, they're just going to delete it and say, I don't want to receive this information anymore. So if you can think about the media, the way you're presenting that information, and give them the multiple choices to say, do you want it via RSS? Do you want it via, directly on the web or email? Now you're reaching a broader audience. So you've really, now you're separating yourselves from other realtors.